Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. We're back. I ended up taking a day off. Had to go out of town for some work. I tried to make a couple of videos in advance, but that flight home was rough and jet lag had me down. So sorry about that, but we're going to get back to it with what little news we can. So today, let's talk about Ravnica Remastered and what is it even doing? Has it crashed yet? Has it not? What's the sales like? And I've made a few charts, so let's get into that. But before we do, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The comments down below are going to feed that YouTube algorithm and help keep us sponsor free. Unless you're ShamWow, we'll greatly accept your sponsorship. So links in the description, eBay, TCG Player, Patreon if you want to go old school. Hell, just subscribe. It's free. It'll help support the channel. Watch the videos. There's membership and all kinds of other good shenanigans going on. Hit it up. So I greatly appreciate it. We're on Rumble now. Don't forget to check that out. So, without further ado, my fine feathered friends, let's take a look at Ravnica Remastered. So to start things off with, we're going to start with the draft boxes. Currently, as you can see, it has just plummeted into oblivion. It is down to 163. Now, with that being said, let's take some things seriously. 163 is way down from the asking price. However, it's still not as low as it was when it was fire sold on Amazon before the release date. Anybody got a hold of it? So there's that. But with that being said, draft boxes have started to move. So what does that mean? Does that mean that this current price of 163.90 is a price people are willing to pay for draft boosters? It seems like it because sales are going up, and I don't know if people are scared to wait any longer, or if this really is the bottom. You decide. For me, unless I just don't think this is worth more than a normal draft box. That's just me because I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been in the game for quite a while, and I remember opening all these cards in regular packs. And this being a remastered set just doesn't do it for me. But you do you. So if we actually look at what's going down inside these sales numbers, you see we're at 163. But if we look at how things have gone since the last couple of days have rolled past, you can see here we are going to do some comparisons on the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. The red is the number of sales money-wise on the right side. The blue is the left side, which is the number of boxes sold. So on the 9th, we had almost 30 boxes sold. We had 29. Going around, we'll say what looks like 4,343, I believe. On the 10th, the number increased again. It went from 29 to 32, taking it up to 4,653. And then on the 11th, it went even higher. And now, mind you, these are when box prices are coming down because you see the chart, right, where the dip. We went up to sell 48 boxes, raking in $6,600. And as of yesterday, when I filmed this video, total sales, and I may be off by a couple boxes because I didn't do it right at midnight, but I did try to get close to midnight as possible. 66 boxes of draft sold for a total of $9,600. So it's kind of weird. The sale price is going up, and the number of boxes is going up. Well, I mean, the more boxes you sell, the more you make, right? But the number of boxes sold for draft is going up, and you can see over here, that's because the price is going down. Now, you can see here listed median price 163. Most of the boxes that we have seen has been selling around the 163 mark. But as the prices of the product have dipped, like you've seen, the number of sales have gone up. So at some point, there's going to come a crossroads where the price will stop going down and the price of boxes will just start going up, and the price of boxes will stop going down, the number of boxes sold will keep going up, and that number will start going up together because people won't list them any lower because everybody's going to start buying them out to a certain price. So it's gonna be a weird dynamic, and this is what we mean when we talk about the market shaping what the price of the box should be. From what I've seen, it's looking like the price of the box is right around that 163 mark, before taxes and any shipping costs, because people are paying pretty good amounts of money for it, and 66 boxes a day on TCG Player, that's a lot. That's way more than I would expect. So I think we've probably seen the bottom as close as we're going to get. Now you may find boxes cheaper than this on TCG Player or other sites until they sell out if people are trying to get them off their books. But I think we've probably come to as low as we're going to get. So if you've been waiting to buy, I definitely would probably be buying now. Although for me, this is not a product I would buy because, like I said, all these reprints I already have from the original sets, and this just seems like a waste of time. But anyway, now with that said, what does that mean for collector boxes? Well, collector boxes currently looks like the exact same thing, except of a more drastic downward collapse. Currently sitting at 255 for a collector box. That is barely higher than that's only what, like $3 higher than a collector box from standard. That's not saying a lot for a remastered set. Yeah. Now, with that said as well, I went through, did the math. So let's take a look at what we got here. So if we look at the number of boxes sold at this price, well, at the prices in general, you can see again, the amount of dollar value obviously is climbing because the number of boxes is going up. It looks like we got a little below around 5.8. We got about 7 here, like 12, or this might be 11, probably around 12 grand. That's a lot, but what does that compare box-wise compared to the collector boxes? Or, compared to the draft boxes? Well, it looks a little something like this. So, I think it was like 28 here, and then immediately the next day it goes above 50. Slight increases over the next couple of days, but it's staying between the 50 and 60 mark, and that's a lot for collectors. But at the same time, I really expected this to be more, because collector boxes are the boxes that are going to give you those special serialized cards, and some guaranteed anime stuff. But here's the thing. I've talked to some people who own stores, and my friends who own stores do mass box openings as a store, things like that. A collector box is looking like it's coming out to 7 to 10 Shocklands a collector box. That's a lot. I've already made a warning that Shocklands are going to be game pieces if these come out as much as the pack layout says they will. And it's looking like with 7 to 10 Shocklands per box, these are going to be down to $5. These are not going to be expensive. They're going to be easy to come by. Maybe some of the special border stuff I think will be expensive, but I think the longer this sets out, the worse it's going to be for card value. And maybe later on this set will collapse after a month or so. I really think once Karloff Manor comes out, this set is going to be forgotten, and it will collapse to the point that it possibly can, that people are willing to sell it at. And some people they can't take the losses, so they'll sell it matte, but they won't go any lower than that unless they have to. So it's going to be really weird. We may have already seen the bottoming for as low as people can sell the boxes right now because they can't take any more losses like they have been in the past. So it's very interesting. Also, some stores have been doing mass box openings for collector boxes of like 100 boxes, right, to get that 1%, to get that serialized card. And they're saying serialized cards are happening more often in the collector boxes than stated. So what's that mean? It means that instead of having a 200,000 box print run, which is what we were expecting, 250 to 275, there may be less boxes because you're finding the cards more often. Now, is that true or not? This is all speculation and rumor. And again, at the end of the day, I see a lot of cards that people are posting online that are serialized. I don't see any sales of those cards. I don't know if that's because nobody wants them, nobody wants to get rid of them, or the prices they're being listed at is so high that nobody will buy them. But I haven't even found listings on TCG Player yet. So I'm really confused about that. We'll have to visit that again later. Um, but if you want my personal opinion, I still don't think this set is positioned very well. I think it will collapse further, but when it does collapse further, it will be in a few months after it's been out for a while. Nobody will notice it, and it won't be in the front runner anymore. It'll be after Karloff comes out and maybe even another set. And nobody's looking at this because now it's an older set. The print run's all released, and they'll be like, "Oh, it sold okay. It didn't collapse completely. Blah blah blah." But it doesn't mean it won't collapse later. For example, look at Aftermath. People talked about, oh, it's already collapsed. It's down to 60 a box. Well, now, I mean, yes, it's out of print and all this other stuff. Now they're down to 40 a box. It's cheaper than it was after the initial collapse. I think that might happen here, but if you really want some of this product, now might be the best time to buy in, as it does look like the prices have hit as low as it's going to hit probably for the next couple months. So, with all that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. I don't even know what to say after to end this video. I'm just so tired. I want to go back to bed. Later.